What is up, guys? We are back with another reaction video. This time we're checking out Larry Bird one more time. In the last video that I reacted to, you guys are like, oh, you have to check out his greatest moments. Like, it's the best clips, apparently. That's what I'm going to do right now. Larry Bird's greatest moments. Let's just see how good this guy actually is. Why don't we just jump into it, all right? Let's do it. What number was Bird?
Tie game, 13 seconds to play. Celtics basketball, no shot clock.
They called a timeout. He said, you know I'm going to get it. And I said, I know, I'm going to be waiting.
I'm going to timeout, I'm going to a play, and I said, all right, this is what we're going to run. All right, then as you get the ball, you go over here and you pass to Kevin, then you go to the corner. Then Robert, you come over. Then about that time, Larry steps in and says, Coach, why don't you just give me the ball and tell everybody to get out of the way. Now, after the timeout, we walk back on the court, and Larry's going down to his position, so he tells Xavier, says, I'm getting the ball.
Yeah, he said, I'm going to get it right here. I'm going to shoot it right in your face.
10 seconds. 5, and Bird has the basketball. Look out. 2 seconds on the clock.
And, you know, he was like, I didn't mean to leave 2 seconds on the clock. I fall back to the sideline like, damn.
Larry Bird, just phenomenal the way that he will contribute in the clutch time after time.
Larry tries to fight his way through with Barkley all over. They're not going to call a foul. Goes to Bird. He's open.
I feel like if you got physical with Bird, he would just get mad and he would play better. Like, I don't know how I would guard this guy. It doesn't even matter if you double him. He's still going to hit it. This guy's like a freaking superhero. Is that on Jordan? Or is it on Pippen? Pippen and Jordan. Two of the best basketball
If you put
players.
all of us in a room, you know, Magic, Jordan, myself, and Bird, Bird probably be the guy who walks out of the room at the end of the day.
The awareness to have that pass to run out of time. If it was the fourth quarter, I just want to get the ball to Bird and just get out of the way.
Avoids the steal. Gets it over to DJ. Bird goes right into the pivot. Now DJ holds the ball. Back in the Bird. The ball away is gone. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
I love those announcers back then. It sounds like it was filmed with like a potato.
I remember we were playing Washington in Washington one night, and Larry just hit what would have been the game-winning shot, but KC called timeout.
It won't count. It does not count. Boston had called a timeout.
Larry came back to the bench, and you know he was a little upset.
He looks at the bench and says, hey guys, when I come back after timeout, I'm going to go right to the same spot, and I'm going to kick it in.
He told Washington, I'm going to get the ball.
2 seconds left. The Bullets by 1. Aims to Bird. He gets a good shot in the Celtics win.
Why are they not doubling this man in the fourth quarter?
Incredible. Bird wins it at the buzzer.
How many people you know would talk to the other team like this and say, I'm going to stick it in your face?
Bird, a runner. It's good.
I'll tell you what, whenever I watch Larry Bird, he just reminds me of that guy that's on the schoolyard that like talks the most trash, but except in the case of this, he can actually back it up and you can't defend against it. Whereas that guy that talks a lot of trash, usually that guy's terrible and you're, all right, yeah, talk whatever you want. But if he's got the mouth and the ability, oh my gosh.
I was guarding in my rookie year. He looked at me and he goes, you can't stop me. And I looked at him and I said, gosh, boy, you're so confident. He was confident? You're a rookie. You don't know anything. He proceeded to score like 10 straight points on me. The coach took me out the game. He walks by and he's laughing at me. Larry Bird catches the ball in the corner. I take off running out at Larry Bird. And right when he's getting ready to shoot, I jump. And as I go by, I go by him, he tells me, he says, "Fly, Bird." And I go right by him, he shoots the ball, it's nothing but nylon.
Larry Bird was a pain in the neck. Anytime we had a chance to win, Larry Bird changed that.
Larry Bird.
Oh my goodness.
There was a certain confidence you had because, you know, if you ever got in trouble, give the ball to Larry and get out of his way, and he'd deliver.
The double team and Bird. Larry, fake, fall away.
Like anyone else taking that shot, that is a terrible shot.
Well, you had the Bird night.
I had the Bird night. Yeah, that was a tough night, man. The biggest argument that night is, well, you only scored 6 on me.
You know? But nobody was guarding Bird, were they?
Well, we were trying.
You were trying to.
Yeah, but when a guy is literally coming up the court, calling his shots, and, you know, Bird talked a lot of trash.
And that's in New Orleans.
That's in New Orleans. In that game, we're on the free throw line, and he literally says, left side over across the 3, and you're listening to him. That's a tough feeling.
But, okay, so you guys got Antoine Carr and Cliff Levingston got fined by Fratello, I think.
And Eddie Johnson for celebrating.
Celebrating Bird.
Yeah, it was the best film session. Every time when I see Mike, we still laugh.
God,
it was the greatest film session ever because back then you didn't have, you know, you watched the real game and just went, you know, with a video. And Mike rewound the celebration 20 times. He just kept, not the shot, he just kept rewinding it, showing the guys, you remember they were giving each other high five.
And then somebody falls off the bench.
Yeah,
too.
that was Eddie Johnson.
Yeah.
Eddie Johnson falls off the bench in laughter, and Antoine Carr and Cliff gives each other high five. And our film session was 20 minutes of that.
Oh, my God.
It wasn't somebody not playing good defense on Bird. It was you guys celebrating Larry Bird.
And Fratello wouldn't let it go. He just kept rewinding. And it was...
I think Bird went by the bench one time, too.
He fell in the bench.
Oh, he did.
Like, that's when you...
And he called that one. That was
if you know who David Goggins is, he's a man about taking souls. You take the soul of your enemy, where you don't even want them to think it's a comparison. You're not in competition with anyone. Larry Bird took the souls of the people he played against, whereas they were cheering for him. They were, oh my God, no way, no way. At that point, oh man, he's on a different level.
He literally said, off the glass into the trainer. And,
No way.
Yeah, and so it was a bad night.
He was a basketball genius. He'd be a step ahead, a thought ahead, play the game like a chess game.
Oh my God.
I'd much rather guard Michael Jordan than Larry Bird because you have to play the game as a thinker when you're playing him. You have to get inside his mind. Larry wasn't quick, couldn't jump really high, but there was just some sleepless nights.
Bird takes the pop. It's gone. Get in.
The All-Star game is in Dallas, the first three-point contest, and he just starts looking at guys, doesn't say a word, and people are getting kind of nervous. And then he finally speaks and says, I'm just looking to see who's going to finish second.
Some pure trash talking and just general bravado. And the theatrics of it all was made for Larry.
And Larry would back up his boast by not only winning the contest, but blowing away the competition with a phenomenal shooting display.
I've never seen anyone shoot like this guy. It looks like he's just like flicking it, like he's not even trying. Like if you were to hand your grandpa a basketball, that's how you would imagine he shoots it.
That chick said my name on it for a week now, and I knew I was going to win this thing. I've been practicing, and my teammates said I wasn't going to win it, but I came back and lucked out, really.
At the end of one of the trips, he had accomplished every goal. We hadn't lost a game on the trip, and Larry told all of us players, and the media too, we were all standing around waiting to leave, and he said, tomorrow night's the last game of the trip. I'm going to play this one left-handed at least through 3 quarters.
What a performance by Bird!
And at the end of 3 quarters, the next night in Portland against poor Jerome Kersey, he had 27 points left-handed, and it was remarkable.
That's insane.
Fakes it.
Bird. He passed it off the backboard to himself.
This guy was going to do one thing almost every night that really spun your head around, made you do like couldn't this was happening.
Bird to Vincent to Bird.
Oh my God. I'm watching him.
He was playing chess and everybody else was playing checkers. He was 3 moves ahead of everybody else. And you never knew what he was going to do, but you knew it was going to be something special.
Bird steals it. You can see it coming, and look at the pass to McHale. Isn't that beautiful?
In last year's playoffs, Person was out to make Bird eat his words while adding a few choice comments of his own.
Chuck Person, he definitely has his reputation. During the playoffs, he just went AWOL, you know, and he just went to work.
You can see Bill playing a little. Bird giving it back to him kind.
Chuck Person can talk some trash to Larry Bird now. He scored the last 16 points.
Chuck and Larry down low, greeting one another once again.
Bird, he has caught fire.
Trash to Larry Bird, you deserve everything else.
It had something to say afterward. And look at Bird. Person didn't dare look at him.
Yeah, it is a little special because I've known Chuck for a while and we've always had run-ins, but it always seems like I get the last word.
88. It looked like his luck had finally run out.
You don't trash like Larry Bird. You don't poke that bear.
Rhythm going for him. Seconds remaining, has only 7, has to be 15.
That's 8, make it 9, and 10, and 11 as we're counting. 13. He's still got to drop one here quickly. 14. This is a tie for the money.
He won on that.
He knew exactly what the score was. He knew that that ball was going to win the competition for him, and it's almost like he did it in dramatic fashion just to make it more fun.
He knew it.
Oh, he definitely did. He definitely did that on purpose.
Then the game begins. Magic and Larry come out together, 2 guys that had saved the league. They wouldn't even be playing this game without those 2. And Magic passed the ball. Larry makes the first basket.
Bird banking in, goes to the fadeaway.
I mean, you know, it just didn't get any better than that.
The U.S. was off and running, and the result was a thing of beauty.
Johnson leading the break.
Man, that must have been the greatest team ever assembled.
And no one seemed more excited to be sharing the court than the co-captains.
You put Bird and Jordan on the same team with Magic? That's crazy.
Bird for 3. Yes.
Opening night was a smashing success, with the outcome never in doubt.
Bullet from Magic to Portland.
And late in the game, fans in Portland decided they wanted a curtain call from a 3-time MVP.
The crowd start cheering, Larry, Larry, Larry.
You could tell he's in pain. Look at the way he's moving. He's moving like an 80-year-old man. But he's still out there putting it in.
And as he'd done so many other times in his career, Larry Bird rose to the occasion.
Jordan with the behind-the-back save. Here's Bird.
Oh my gosh.
You just knew that Larry Bird was not going to miss that shot.
It was a virtually flawless performance. The final margin of victory was 77 points.
Every time I watch clips of this guy, his movements are just so freaking fluid. It doesn't look like he's trying, just like he's going with the flow, and it just comes so natural to him. I don't know what I like the best, his personality and his like bravado, or just the way he played. Because I don't think anyone plays the game the way that he did. He played, it's just like he invented a new style of basketball, because it was all just fluid, in motion, and just played how the game is supposed to be played. No isolation ball like you see nowadays. Just played the game right, it seemed like. But I want to know, if your team is down by 2 points, 5 seconds left in the game, who do you want taking the shot? Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to say Bird because it's the Bird video, but would it be him? Would it be Jordan? Would it be Steph Curry? I want to know your honest thoughts. Who would you actually take? And if you enjoyed, make sure to smash that like, comment, subscribe, and take it easy, y'all. Till next time.